Missy Elliott will forever be the queen of rap. If it wasn't for the legendary rapper Missy Elliott, we wouldn't have some of our favorite artists today, namely Ciara, Cardi B, MIA, Doja Cat, and yes, Nicki Minaj. When Missy Elliott debuted in the 90s, she had the odds against her because she didn't fit the standards of beauty. And despite the challenges in her career, Missy will forever be one of the GOATs in hip-hop, a field dominated by men in the 2000s. Now, I know most regard Nicki Minaj as Queen Mother, and I understand it, but if it wasn't for Missy, maybe Nicki wouldn't get her big break in the late 2000s, and maybe she wouldn't be able to dominate like she did. Yes, Missy had to run in her day so artists like Nicki Minaj could walk. And I'm not trying to devalue Nicki Minaj's talent and her contributions at all. And I'm not uplifting Missy Elliott while putting down Nicki Minaj. No, all I'm saying is Missy deserves as much praise as Nicki gets. And I feel like people mainly this generation don't regard her at all, despite her paving the way for females in rap and hip-hop. We all know Drake is the biggest male rapper out today, and he gets a lot of praise and he deserves it. At the same time, when you ask most who's the best rapper, people tend to refer the greats like Jay-Z, Tupac, Nas, who is boring as fuck in my opinion, but that's inessential. People will still refer Nas in their top 5 to this day because he was there paving the way for the Kendrick Lamars, Drakes, and J. Cole. Now, Missy does get praise, but it's mainly by big publications that no one cares about. Anyway, when you ask this generation about Missy Elliott, they're like, who? The lady Katy Perry brought out at the Super Bowl in 2015, which is kind of crazy for that being their first reference because Missy is so iconic and was ahead of her time. When we talk about female rap today, all we hear about is Nicki Minaj, Lil' Kim, and Megan Thee Stallion, never someone like Eve, Queen Latifah, and Missy Elliott. For this video, let's dive deep into Missy Elliott's career, the icon, the ups and downs, and why Missy Elliott isn't valued and praised like Nicki Minaj. Melissa Arnett Elliott, better known as Missy Elliott, was born on July 1st, 1971 in Portsmouth, Virginia. Missy was an only child that was raised by her mother Patricia Elliott and father Ronnie. Her father was in the Marines. While Ronnie was an active Marine, the family lived in Jacksonville, North Carolina, and life was good. Missy was a part of the church choir. She loved performing for her family, and she knew she wanted to be a performer at a young age, and she enjoyed the friendships she crafted in high school. However, when her father returned from the Marines, they moved back to Virginia, where they lived in extreme poverty. Missy Elliott's father would get abusive towards her mother, dislocating her shoulder and even pulling a gun on Patricia. Missy was also molested by a cousin when she was 8 years old. When Missy was a teenager, Patricia finally had the courage to leave her abusive partner. Patricia fled with her daughter. Patricia was so afraid of the situation, she lied that they were going on a joyride when in fact they left to stay with a relative. In high school, Missy formed girl group Phase. Missy recruited Timbaland as the group's producer, who was a neighborhood friend, and they began making demo tracks. The opportunity to make it big knocked on Missy's door when the group caught the attention of Jodeci member Devontae Swing. Missy wanted to be a star, so she decided to move to New York City after getting her mother's blessing, of course. Phase signed a deal with Elektra Records through Devontae's Swing Mob imprint, and also renamed the group to Sista. In 1993, Sista released their debut song, Brand New. Now, let me just paint the picture for you. Missy, along with all 20 members of Swing Mob, live in a single 2-story home in New York. Also, living in that house was Genuine and Tweet. Sometimes when you're going somewhere or you're trying to get somewhere, you gotta do what you gotta do. Did you know that Missy was entangled in a Milli Vanilli situation? Let me explain. The track That's What Little Girls Are Made Of, a song by Raven Simone, Missy wrote and produced the song, and she also has a verse on the song. But when it came time to shoot the video, they replaced Missy with a light-skinned Slimmaz, having the light-skinned Slimmaz lip-synced Missy's vocals. On Behind the Music, Missy revealed that she was not informed of the music shoot and later told she didn't quite fit the image that they were looking for. SZA's debut album, For All the Sisters Around the World, was scheduled for release in 1994, but due to the leading single not making much noise, the project got shelved. However, it was finally released in 2017. For All the Sisters Around the World is the sole album by the group, and unfortunately, we didn't hear too much about SZA after they got shelved. Swing Mob would also go through their own thing, many of the members leaving, going their own way. Missy and Timbaland formed a songwriting/production team, and they had the secret sauce that a lot of us loved in the 90s and 2000s. They were the main reason Aaliyah had the hits. The pair wrote and produced 9 tracks for Aaliyah's second album, One in a Million, released in 1996. This put both Missy and Timbaland on high demand in the music industry. They went on to write and produce for Total, Destiny's Child, and they also produced Nicole Wray's breakout hit, Make It Hot.
Come on, baby. Oh.
Missy Elliott debuted like no other. She was inventive and wasn't afraid to take creative risks. She was the cool chick you wanted to be around. She was super fly.
Beep, beep. Who got the keys to the Jeep?
The Rain, Super Fly, Missy Elliott's debut solo single, was released on May 20th, 1997. The track peaked number 6 on the Hot R&B Airplay chart at the time, and number 4 on the US Hot R&B/Hip Hop Songs chart. In the music video, they came with the concepts and bold fashion. In the video, Missy wore a trash bag in response to her not being included in the Raven Simone's music video. So Missy was like, okay, y'all didn't include me in that music video because I'm not slim and shit. Okay, I'm gonna wear a trash bag and I'm gonna make it a fashion statement. Trash bags on that ass. Superfly, the rapper's debut album, broke records, selling over 1 million copies and had the highest first week sales for a female rapper at the time. One of the things that made Missy so successful and influential was her gimmick. Yes, Missy had the gimmicks. In her music video, Missy wasn't afraid to be the most expressive, bold fashion statements like her wearing a trash bag as I mentioned earlier. The fashion was off the chain, exaggerating her features and body parts like she'd put her head on someone else's body. She does things in her music video that'll make you do a double take, like when she spat and it flew in someone else's mouth, or when she revealed her hypothetically coochie hairs. Missy has changed the music game with her visuals/music videos, making it okay to step outside one's comfort zone while delivering body positive and female empowerment themed lyrics with an otherworldly sick ass cadence. In her career, Missy has released 6 studio albums, has won 4 Grammy Awards, 8 MTV Video Music Awards, and 6 BET Awards, and she has sold over 40 million records worldwide. Missy Elliott released her 6th and last studio album in 2005, The Cookbook. The album released 3 singles, Lose Control, Teary-Eyed, and We Run This. Lose Control was the most successful single from the project, peaking number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100, and it went on to win a Grammy Award for Best Short Form Music Video. After the release of The Cookbook, Missy slowly exited from the music industry, and a lot of people don't really know why Missy went away or why we didn't get new music from Missy for a while. The rapper's disappearance was due to a condition known as Graves' disease, Missy revealed in an interview by People magazine in 2011. In the early 2000s, Nicki Minaj was steadily building her brand, a reputation as the next female to dominate rap. In 2007, Minaj signed a 180-day contract by Fendi, CEO of Brooklyn label Dirty Money Entertainment. By 2009, Nicki had released 3 mixtapes to feed her growing fan base. She started to gain on MySpace, YouTube, and from word of mouth. When Nicki finally had her big breakthrough in 2010, she shifted the culture. Everyone was obsessed with her lyricism and flow. But it wasn't just, oh, Nicki can rap. It was more than that. People wanted to emulate Nicki Minaj from head to toe. People didn't just want to be her, but inside of her. The hairstyles, crazy fashion, and the Barbie persona. And just like Missy, Nicki also had the gimmicks, the crazy personality, her alter ego Roman, and her just acting very goofy and weird in the public.
It's Martha.
Nicki did a lot of odd and strange things to gain an audience in the 2000s, and let's not mention the Nicki made it okay to get a big O booty. Nicki wasn't only successful culturally, but also commercially. Her debut studio album, Pink Friday, debuted number 2 on the Billboard 200 with first week sales of 375,000 copies. Pink Friday had the highest sales week for a female rap album this century, and the second highest sales week overall after Lauryn Hill's The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill that was released in 1998. Super Bass, the 5th single off the album, went diamond in the US, becoming the highest charting solo single by a female rapper since Missy Elliott's Work It at the time. It's both crazy and impressive how Nicki Minaj erased everyone's presence that came before her after her entry into the female rap space. Missy Elliott is definitely a legend and pioneer for hip-hop, and it's crazy how after Minaj, no one cares to mention or give her props for making it easier for the females after her. Hell, I'd even say she made it possible for men in hip-hop and rap like Ludacris, and I think I know why. Now, Missy is a legend, as I said. She has sold millions, won numerous awards, wrote her own raps, and was instrumental in other artists' career. She wrote for other artists. Hell, if it wasn't for Missy, maybe we wouldn't take Aaliyah seriously after that R. Kelly scandal. Yes, her marrying R. Pissy Kelly, and we're not gonna get too deep into that. Anyway, Missy paved the way, and all that being said, no one takes her seriously. Missy is a technical rapper. It's all about the skill, but she's also kind of goofy, and sometimes when you play on the funny element or the creative music nerd element like Missy did for the majority of her career, people are gonna get tired of that and not mention you after they get tired of that gimmick. Don't get me wrong, Missy getting sick out of nowhere played a part, but to me, that wasn't her biggest setback, and it's not the reason why nobody remembers her and why no one gives her her flowers and respect. Let's segue back to Nicki Minaj. Nicki started out as a gimmick, technical rapper, yes, but she relied upon her gimmick a lot in her early career. But the thing with Nicki is that Nicki changed, switched it up, stopped being so comedic, stopped wearing the stupid funny clothes and colorful wigs, and cleaned up her image and started wearing elegant dresses and shit. Y'all caught that? Anyway, she knew she had to tone it down in order to be taken seriously by the public. Another rapper I would say that was very goofy, Eminem. Eminem was a complete clown in his early career. Goofy as hell, but even he toned it down with the antics to stay relevant. And Ludacris. Ludacris used to be huge back in the day, but no one cares about his music anymore because he also had a lot of gimmicks in his music. Missy also just couldn't keep up after she came back. By the time leading up to the 2010s, music already changed. As I mentioned before, Nicki made it standard to have a big body in female rap, and honestly, right now female rap is basically shaking your ass and being a hoe. Anyway, just listen to your favorite female rapper, Sexy Red.
When my round, my coochie pink, my booty hole brown. Where the niggas, I'm looking for the hoe.
Is this what Missy should subject herself to keep up? Hell no. And I'm not saying Missy wasn't sexual, but Missy was just a lot more creative than these rappers nowadays. Missy's new songs sounds good, but they rely heavily on the 2000s sound. is just not reinventive, so this generation is not going to care about her music, and she didn't get the chance to imprint on the new generation like her peers did. Where is Missy now? Missy is still dropping music and aging in reverse, but she hasn't released any new albums since 2005. She was inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame in 2019, becoming the first female rapper to receive this honor. The same year, Missy was also a recipient of the Michael Jackson Video Vanguard Award, and she was also the first female rapper to receive the award. Missy will forever be an icon, and her music will stand the test of time, even if it goes unnoticed. But if you pay attention, you will see her influence in everyone else. Missy Elliott is the queen of rap. Tell me what you think about this video in the comments below. Do you agree with me, or do you think I'm completely wrong? Now Barbs, this is not me trying to discredit Nicki. This is just me saying we need to show some respect to and give Missy Elliott her flowers too, because I know some of the Barbs don't like me when I talk about Nicki Minaj unless I'm kissing her ass. Anyway, follow me on Instagram. I'm just posting a lot of fuckery over there. Check the description box below. And you can also shoot me a DM. I will reply. I'm Don, your pop culture boy, and I will see you in the next one.